Hello. Welcome to Reston Community Center, Hunters Woods. I'm Lila Gordon, the RCC Executive Director. We're making this video for our patrons and our community so that you will know the many adaptations and accommodations we've made to manage the COVID-19 pandemic. Beginning on March 16th, our facilities were closed by order of the governor and the Fairfax County Health Department. We remain closed from March 16th until July 6th. During that period of time, we made many changes both to our facility and to the way we function, so that when we were reopened on July 6th, people both working and playing with us would be as safe as possible. Our facility modifications included putting up plexiglass partitions to keep patrons and our customer service representatives as safe as possible. We've put out social distancing markers on the floors and many stanchions and directional materials to help people navigate coming and going or interacting with our service desks in a socially distanced manner. In the center stage, while we were planning to replace our seats this year, at the same time, we will be modifying that new seating chart so that only a maximum of 86 tickets will be available for purchase or for participation in those events. In all of our classes and program offerings, the maximum participation has been adjusted so that the social distance requirements for those programs can be maintained. That means that for the most part, people should be staying 6 feet apart at all times, no matter what they're doing here, whether they're working or exploring leisure time opportunities. People are asked to wear masks at all times in every public part of our facilities. The only time that masks may be removed are when people are exercising or swimming. We require this of our employees except for when they are sitting by themselves at their workstations. We ask everybody to wash their hands frequently. We've put up many sanitizing hand sanitizer touchless stations throughout all our facilities so that the public and our staff can do that as often as they wish. We ask everybody to do it before and after their RCC activity. When people are coming and going from RCC, rather than being able to relax and socialize as we have in the past, we've removed all of our soft furniture and places to do that so that people will simply come and go expeditiously, enjoy the one thing they've made a reservation or registered to attend, and then go home. The goal here is to minimize interaction with each other, which is really antithetical to what RCC is all about. For over 40 years, we've been trying to bring people together, and for the period of COVID-19, we still want people to be together. We just want them to be together apart. So we ask you to respect the social distance requirements. Those are 6 feet in normal situations and 10 feet for people swimming or exercising. We've modified our HVAC systems in both facilities so that we have the maximum amount of air turnover and exchange of fresh air possible. We've established maximums for every square inch of both facilities so that if you find that you can't enroll in a program or purchase a ticket or make a reservation, we ask you not to get too frustrated and just to understand that that's solely to keep control of the numbers of people around you if you are here with RCC. We won't be doing festivals for the fall. Like many organizations in Reston, the logistics are just impossible when trying to manage them and social distancing requirements at the same time. Last and most important, we ask this of ourselves each and every day, and we ask this of you. Please, please, please check your own personal health before you come to RCC. There's a list of COVID symptoms on prominent signage and posters throughout our facilities. We all should know these by now. If you have a fever, any kind of body aches or headaches, if you're sneezing or coughing, if you have intestinal discomfort, if you feel unwell at all, stay home. These are strange times. We know that more than anything, all of us want to keep each other safe and healthy. If you can't join us at RCC, please don't worry. We've modified our policy so that we will be able to give you a full refund or just change your reservation or the registration for the experience you have to miss. We want you to stay safe. While you're at home, you can enjoy a lot of Reston Community Center content by visiting youtube.com and searching for Reston Community Center. While we were closed, we created more than 50 films and videos that convey classes, activities you can do, concerts we filmed in the theater that you can enjoy, so you can get a little taste of RCC at home. That we hope will tide us all over until we're together again. Because we can't be as social together as we'd like to be, we've suspended our community coffee on Saturdays, we've suspended our typical hospitality, and we're sorry to do that. But we have to do something to get rid of those COVID pounds, right? So we'll start up again when the pandemic is over. We welcome you to RCC, but let's all stay safe whenever you're here. Enjoy this tour. I hope it answers all your questions about safety and how we've adapted. This is your community center, and we look forward to everybody coming through COVID-19 just fine together. Reston Community Center's swimmers have been through a lot. In 2019, we booted them out so we could spend an entire year renovating the Terry L. Smith Aquatic Center. It was a huge project, and we did lots of improvements, including adding a pool and expanding all of the services available. They were thrilled to come back to the venue on January 27th in 2020. And just barely a month or two after that, we had to send them away again. We closed RCC facilities on March 16th in 2020, and they remained closed until July 6th. Here in the Aquatic Center, we made lots of facility changes. Like elsewhere, we added plexiglass partitions, and we made a major change in how the aquatics venue functions. You can no longer just drop in on your own dime and time to swim at RCC. Now it is required that everyone purchase a pass online through MyRCC, or you can enroll in MyRCC by giving us a call. This pass then enables you to make a free reservation for use of one of the lap lanes or one of the swimming zones in the warm water pool. Because of COVID-19 and state and local health department restrictions, the spa has to remain closed. We no longer allow for play in our fabulous new play area in the beach entry part of the new lap pool. We hope we'll return to that kind of activity and having a functioning and welcoming spa once the pandemic has passed. For now, swimmers who want to swim must reserve a lane or an area in the warm water pool before they come. People who enroll in our Learn to Swim classes will also be required to register. Once you've made that reservation or enrolled in a class, when you come to swim, you should be wearing a mask. You want to keep your mask on at all times unless you're showering or in the water. You'll have your pass and you'll be able to swipe it without having to interact with our charming customer service representatives like we've done in the past. We also urge you to be attentive to the available times for swimming, because we have scheduled in downtime for deep cleaning of the entire aquatics venue, again, to ensure your safety and ours. We also expect you to conduct your health self-check before you enter our facility or enter the aquatics venue. In addition, we have closed off and sealed the new lockers that were installed in the locker room, and we ask you to lock your valuables in your car and come here as ready to swim as possible. You're still required to rinse off before getting in the pool, but we want you to be as unencumbered as feasible and as quick as you can be in doing that before you come for your lap swim or warm water pool, period. When you finish, remembering to have brought your own towel, we expect you to get out, towel off, grab your things, and leave. Sadly, unlike our usual practices, we don't want you to linger in our facility and socialize with each other, because that just creates more opportunities for COVID to be spread. Our lifeguards and our aquatics team have all been trained in new COVID-19 procedures, and we ask that parents of children or guardians accompanying children to the lessons that you may now enroll in, limit yourself to one adult per child. Again, we're trying to minimize the opportunity for COVID to spread and maintain the strict capacity limits that are required by Phase 3. Yes, it's not the most social swimming experience that you can imagine, but it is the safest swimming experience that we can provide, and that we depend on your cooperation to help us make this work. Our swim teams will be coming back this fall, and they have very elaborate protocols in place for their participation. Those swimmers will be here either before or after the periods of time for the public access to the lap lanes or the warm water pool. Our exercise classes have highly limited capacity now, and just like for lap swimming or water walking, you still have to use a water aerobics pass, and in addition to that, make a reservation for the period of time you want to enjoy that opportunity. It's a lot to take in. There's a lot more involved, but these protocols will help us keep this venue open, available, safe, and healthy for the people we know who love and depend on swimming for their good health. It's a beautiful new facility. We're thrilled to have you back in it. And as long as we all take these good precautions, we'll be safe while we endure this period of time. When it's over, we welcome everyone back to the happy social experiences they've had in the past. Here we are at RCC Lake Ann. This facility is located at Lake Ann Village Center on the plaza in the historic heart of Reston. It's familiar to so many people, but now in the time of COVID-19, I want to point out some of the things that will be different. We have installed plexiglass partitions here so that you are protected when you come to RCC, and our employees are protected when they interact with you. Those plexiglass partitions are also installed in our offices. We are controlling the capacity of every part of RCC Lake Ann. Our fitness and wellness studios have been designed and set up, and maximum capacities have been established to maintain 10 feet of distance between people who are using those areas. So when people exercise, they can do so feeling comfortable and safe, knowing they're far enough away from each other not to inadvertently spread whatever it is they're carrying on their persons. We also have hand sanitizer stations set up throughout the facility. We're controlling the enrollment capacities and the schedule for our offerings so that we don't have too many people in the facility at any one time. All of the capacities for the studios, including the ceramic studio and the art studio, have been set to maintain social distances of either 10 feet for people who are exercising or 6 feet for people who are in a more passive setting. So our facility is now adapted to accommodate the realities of the pandemic. People here must also practice new kinds of habits in order to safeguard each other. We ask everyone who enters our facilities or attends a program to come specifically for the time period they've reserved or that they've registered to participate. Rather than lingering or chatting, we've made it very hard for you to do that. We've removed all the soft furniture, and we ask really that people come here to do what they're specifically hoping to accomplish, exercise, art, or their learning, and then leave as quickly as possible. That will help us minimize the contact between people. We also urge everyone, whether you're a patron or employee, to do a health self-check before you arrive at RCC. What is this self-check? Well, we know by now the many symptoms of COVID-19, and we have posters in each of our lobbies, including the one here at Lake Ann, with a list of those symptoms. Those are things like, do you have a fever? Do you feel or have any kind of intestinal discomfort or symptoms? Do you experience any respiratory discomfort or symptoms? Are you not well generally? Do you have body aches or headaches? These are all things that people who have had COVID-19 have indicated were experiences they felt as the virus took hold. If you don't feel well, if any of these symptoms are occurring, please stay home. That applies to patrons and applies to employees. By staying home, you protect yourself and others. We ask too that if you decide you aren't feeling well, if you're a patron, just give us a call. We'll cancel your reservation or your registration. We'll work to reschedule it or offer you a full refund. We've suspended our normal refund practices, and this is really to enable patrons to feel as much confidence as possible that there's no penalty to them at all should they have to refrain from coming to RCC. We hope that taking these measures, as well as big measures in our facilities like maximizing the air turnover through our HVAC system, maintaining clean surfaces at all time, having deep cleaning in the pauses in our daily schedules that are designed to allow our maintenance teams and cleaning contractors to do just that, will keep everybody as safe as it's humanly possible to keep ourselves and others. COVID-19 won't last forever. RCC will take every measure we can take to be as safe as we can while it's here among us. We'll be here when it's over. If we all do what it takes to get through it together, we will be celebrating on the other side when it's done. We thank you in advance and always for your cooperation and your support of everything RCC is for you and the community of Reston.